Are you a photographer looking to utilize your blog on your website to actually make money and bring in revenue for your business? That is what we're going to be talking all about in this video today. So I am so excited to talk to you about this. Before we get started, go ahead and download, there's gonna be a link in the description box below, first one, a free guide that I have for you guys. It's a checklist on blogging for SEO. So we're gonna be talking about that later in this video. So just so you guys can follow along, you don't have to take notes or anything, go ahead and download that before we begin, and then go ahead and come back here. Okay. So let's talk about exactly how you can utilize the blog that you already have to bring in more revenue for your business. And I'm going to be talking you through my exact strategy on how I do this, because blogging actually brings in so much money to my business all the time. So when a new client finds me for the first time, they've never heard of me, they haven't gotten a referral from a friend who's used me or anything like that, the way that they find me is either through Instagram or through a search on Google. And when I say a search on Google, they're finding me through my blog, because all of my blogs are optimized for SEO. And this brings in so much money for my business, because people are finding me through those blog posts, and then they are directly going to my booking link and booking me and becoming clients, and then continuing to book me for years down the road. So, I mean, one person finding my blog can bring me thousands of dollars in revenue. And when I have hundreds of people finding my blog posts, then obviously that's just going to bring in more and more money to my business, which is amazing. And I want that for you guys too. So let's talk about how to do this, how you can actually use your blog to get clients to find you and bring in more revenue, create more clients for your business. Okay. So, like I said, download that blogging SEO checklist. We're going to be talking exactly how to optimize all of your blog posts for SEO so that clients can find you. And if you don't know, let's just define SEO. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. And that means you are optimizing all of your blog posts or your website, any kind of web page, for search engines to be able to have your ideal clients find you. So for example, if someone is searching, for me, it'd be Greenville family photographer. I want my website to pop up under that so that they can find me. So the first thing you need to do is research keywords that your ideal clients would be using. So think about what kind of photographer you are. Are you a family photographer? Are you a newborn photographer? Are you a wedding photographer? Are you a product photographer? And I'm sure that you've already defined your ideal clients. If not, we can talk about that in another video. But who are you marketing towards? Who are you advertising towards? And what types of things are those people going to be typing into Google to find a photographer? When your ideal clients are looking for a photographer, what are they searching? So like I said, for me, it'd be Greenville family photographer, but everyone and their mom is gonna be using the keywords Greenville family photographer. So you really have to get a lot more specific than that. And get a little bit creative about it too. What types of things are they going to be searching for? Maybe they're not even looking for a photographer at the moment. They're looking for other things related to that, but you can pop up on your ideal clients' searches. So I'll give you some examples. When I was a wedding photographer, which I've spent a majority of my career as a wedding photographer, one thing that worked really well for me was using venues as keywords. So, I knew what types of venues my ideal clients were interested in looking at touring, and I knew that my ideal clients would be searching things like Laurel Hall wedding photos, the outdoor space at Black Iris Estates. So I would use those types of things as keywords, knowing that they're searching for their venue before they're searching for their photographer. So, even though they're not looking for a photographer at the moment, they are going to be in the future. And I'm going to be top of mind because they've already seen my photos. So that's an example for wedding photographers. Another example for me, now that I'm a family photographer, is I will do things like in-home newborn photographer, And you always want to make sure you have the location too. You know, obviously venues are specific to location, but if you're not a wedding photographer or you don't, you're not using keywords specific that would already be specific to a location, you want to make sure you have those locations in there. And you want to make sure you use a range of locations. So, you know, for me, Greenville is kind of the big city around here, but I want to use all of the smaller like suburbs around Greenville as keywords as well. And I want to use all the locations that I'm using. Now, those would obviously already be location based, but I want to use all the locations that I'm using as keywords as well. So, you know, I want people to find me when they're searching for beautiful locations for photos. So those are some examples. Obviously, you guys need to do a lot of your own research on your ideal clients, things that are specific to your business, and what your ideal clients are going to be searching for. Now, once you have those keywords, when you're creating a blog post, you want to make your title of your blog post something that is searchable, something that someone would type into Google. So, you know, a mistake that I see a lot of newer photographers make, or non-newer photographers too, honestly, is they'll just put something like Smith family as the title of their blog post. And that's fine if someone's already on your website and they're looking at your blog, but no one's going to be searching that. And so that's not helping you get found by newer clients. So I would never title my blog post something like that. I would, like I said, always title my blog post something like, and you don't want to have every blog post be Greenville family photographer. So that's where you want to use things that are specific to the session that you're blogging or whatever it is that you're blogging, but also things that people would search. So like I said, I would use things like Greenville in-home newborn lifestyle photographer, or family photos at Furman Rose Garden. So those are specific to the session that I'm blogging, but they're also things that people would be searching for on Google, things that my ideal clients would be searching for on Google. So you want to make your title of your blog post something that's searchable. And this is specific to if you are just blogging a session that you do. I personally blog every session that I shoot, and I recommend that you guys do that as well. You can also blog you know, tips and tricks for your ideal clients, or in general, just create blog posts that your ideal clients would like. And we can talk about that a little bit later on. But no matter what, you're probably going to use images, obviously, on your blog post. You're a photographer. So especially when you're blogging sessions, you have a lot of photos that go along with that. You want to rename all of your images. You don't want them to just be like, you know, 6734.jpg. You want to rename them something that goes with your keywords. So some people will actually go in and rename each image something different that is a keyword that their clients would be searching for. I personally think that that is a lot of work and not really worth my time. So what I do is I just rename all of the photos the same thing as the title of my blog post. So it would just be like Greenville Family Photographer 1, Greenville Family Photographer 2. I just find that to be a better use of my time personally, but you know, if you want to be an overachiever, you can rename each photo something different. Also, you got to make sure that your photos are all optimized for web size. So when you're exporting the photos from Lightroom, make sure that they're web size and not high res. Next thing is keywords in the blog post itself. So you can use a lot more keywords than just what's in the title. Make sure you are writing the blog post in a way that is nice to read, beautiful to read. It just sounds, you know, like it's a well-written blog post. You don't want to keyword stuff. So you don't want to just have your blog post literally be a list of keywords like Greenville family photographer, Greenville newborn photographer, Greenville maternity photographer. You can't just type those all in. You have to find a way to use your keywords within what you're saying so that it doesn't just sound like I'm just trying to use all these keywords. You're actually writing, you know, something beautiful about the family, something that you experienced as a photographer at this session, but you put all your keywords into what you're writing, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure to use lots of keywords in the blog post itself. And you also want to make sure that your blog post is at least 300 words. I actually input everything that I'm writing into my blog in a website called Word Counter. You could just Google Word Counter so that you make sure that, you know, your blog post is as long as it needs to be. I pretty much try to just aim for just 300 words. And usually that's like 3 paragraphs for me. So, let's see. The next thing you want to do is make it easy for people to book you once they've found you. So what I do is I put lots of internal links into my blog posts. So that just means you're linking to other places on your website. So I want to make sure, at the end of my blog post, I say something like, did you love this session? I would love to do this for you too. Here's a link to book me. So on my website, I personally have automatic booking. So there's just a book now section of my website. Someone can click on that and just automatically pick their time, date, sign and pay right there on my website. So I love to link to that. If you're a photographer who likes to do everything manually, you like someone to contact you and then you work out all the details and then book them, then just link to your contact page, but make it very clear on each blog post, like, hey, if you want a session like this, here's how you book me. Make it super, super easy for them, and link to other places on your website. So that is a big overview of how to optimize your blog for SEO, get as many new clients seeing your work as possible, get them in the door, get them paying clients and then as returning clients so you can work with them for years to come. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Like I said, no need to take notes or anything. Just download that SEO checklist in the description below so that you can use these strategies when you are writing your own blog post. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know what you want to see next, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.